Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Fadeke from the Flow Journal. I just got back from watching Michael, the biopic movie, and I have some thoughts. But before I get into it, there will be spoilers ahead. So the Michael movie gives a quick timeline into Michael Jackson's life and career from his childhood with the Jackson 5 all the way till his adult years and the beginnings of his solo career. We don't go all into his solo career and him moving away from the Jackson's 5 and his dad's control. First of all, talk about what I liked about this movie. Of course, the music was going to be amazing. Like, it's Michael Jackson, one of the greatest artists of all time. Even though I was sitting down, I was dancing and singing along to the songs. And I loved the performances from Jafar Jackson and from the younger actor who played the younger version of Michael Jackson. I feel like they both gave brilliant performances. Jafar Jackson nailed it with the dancing, with the singing, even though the singing was mixed with his voice and his uncle's voice, Michael Jackson. And he nailed the mannerisms of Michael, his voice, the way that his body language, and I really felt like he gave it his all when it came to this performance. It wasn't a impersonation of his uncle, but rather wanting to show both the spectacle of Michael Jackson and also a little bit of the vulnerability of him as well. I felt like the younger actor that played the younger version of Michael gave a bit of a more stronger performance in terms of having a bit more range when it came to the emotional aspect of Michael. And I feel like Coleman Domingo gave a great performance as well. His performance of Joe Jackson made me really not like Joe Jackson at all. Like, really just found him quite kind of terrible in how he not only treated Michael Jackson but the rest of his siblings, and how his mind was just tunnel vision in seeing his children and Michael as the golden ticket, just able to set their life for success using tough love rather than being a father. And Michael and his brothers needed a father, not a artist manager that he was to them. And so I feel like this movie did well in depicting Joe Jackson and Michael Jackson's relationship, and with Michael desperately wanting his sense of freedom from his father's control. Now, the things that I didn't like about this movie: one, where was Janet Jackson? I know that she had pulled out of the movie, she didn't want to be featured in it, and then so with Diana Ross, so we missed out on the moment when Michael did his acting debut in the Wiz movie. We missed that out because obviously Diana Ross is not in there. It felt kind of weird at times when you see LaToya, the rest of the Jackson brothers, Michael, and then there's no Janet Jackson. We know that Janet should be here. And I'm wondering if there's going to be a part 2 of this movie where we'll dive into Michael's solo career. And, you know, obviously that iconic music video of Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson's Scream video. Are we going to see behind the scenes of that? We saw the behind the scenes of the making of the Thriller music video. It's so hard to contain Michael Jackson's legacy in his career in 2 hours. And so there were times where it did feel a bit rushed at times. Other times it felt long, like they were staying on to certain storylines a bit longer. Moments that were more hard-hitting. A moment when Michael Jackson was on the Jackson 5 Victory Tour, which his dad forced him to, and in the rehearsal, the Pepsi situation, his hair got on fire and like he nearly lost his life. And his dad in the hospital, when he was talking to the surgeon, was like, oh, when would he be ready to perform again? You know, and again, it just shows like Joe Jackson's mindset. He wasn't like the mother who was concerned about Michael Jackson's safety and health. Because Michael Jackson was robbed from his childhood and fully being a child that was just jumped into stardom, we see the childlikeness about him, whether it's the animals that he had, toys. He was obsessed with Peter Pan. I feel like the movie did well in depicting that, but I felt that at times like it didn't delve into more of that. It really focused on the music of Michael Jackson. rather than necessarily a human being per se behind the lens. And then maybe part two will delve into the flaws of Michael Jackson, the ups and downs, and the behind the scenes beyond the polished glitz and glam he showcased to the world. Overall, I'll give this film a 5 out of 10. I'm looking forward to the sequel, if there's a sequel for this biopic, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this movie. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Let me know down in the comments. If you're a lover of all things film and TV, show recommendations and reviews, subscribe to this channel. Check out my playlist review of Paradise Season 2.